Hello there, I'm Black Bright News, and I wonder how many of you have heard about this Google payout. 425 million they've been sued, and there's supposed to be a class action suit to follow. So I just wanted to put the record straight via my little story, and I hope you find it interesting. So, will you be entitled to the Google payout? There is a certain electricity that moves through the online world whenever someone whispers the words big payout. You've seen it before. A video flashes across TikTok, a post goes viral on Instagram, a cousin forwards a screenshot to the family group chat. Google is paying everyone, hundreds of dollars. Claim your money now. And before you know it, people are jumping up and down with excitement, screenshotting links, refreshing their Gmail inboxes, and wondering whether they are about to receive a life-changing deposit from Silicon Valley. So let's take a breath. Let's talk like real people for a moment, not as consumers in the stampede, not as usernames in a comment thread, but as human beings who simply want to understand what's going on behind the headlines. Because the truth is, this story didn't begin on TikTok. It didn't start with a viral dance or some influencer in a hoodie claiming to be an expert in law because they watched a 3-minute explainer. It started years ago, quietly in a courtroom with a group of ordinary individuals, people not too different from you and me, who suspected that Google was collecting some of their data, even when they were told not to. Now imagine that. You go to your account settings, you toggle off the tracking features, you believe you've done your due diligence. After all, privacy is precious. It's not just a technical setting, it's an emotional boundary. It's the difference between choosing to open your curtains and someone pulling them back for you. And when you trust a company with your information, your searches, your habits, your quiet midnight wanderings through the internet, you expect that trust to mean something. So, when these users believed those boundaries weren't respected, they took the one route available to them, a class action. Now, for those of you who hear class action and think it's some American legal drama playing out on TV, let me demystify it for you. A class action is simply a way for many people to stand as one voice, instead of each person trying to fight a giant corporation alone. It's the legal version of saying we might be individuals, but our experiences connect, and together our voice is strong enough to be heard. These cases take time. They drag on, they get appealed, they twist and turn. And in this particular case, a jury did, in fact, decide that the company should pay roughly $425 million for violating privacy laws. That part is true. It happened in a US court. Headlines were written, the internet buzzed. But then the reality stopped. The reality TikTok doesn't always bother to explain. Google appealed the verdict. The case isn't over. No claims process is open. No payout is being issued. There is no official form for you to fill out. There is no app to download. And most importantly, for many listeners here in the UK, this case covers US residents, not UK Gmail holders or users. So yes, as surely as night follows day, the rumours spread. Google is paying everyone. Check your Gmail inbox, fill out this form, download this app. Suddenly people are lining up emotionally and sometimes financially to join a payout that hasn't even been approved. But step back for a moment. Ask yourself, why does this rumour spread so easily? The answer is simple and human and deeply relatable. because so many people feel unseen by these giant tech companies. These giant tech companies. We give them our data, our attention, our time, and what do we receive in return? Ads, notifications, subscriptions, terms and conditions longer than the Old Testament. So when a whisper travels through the social media grapevine that maybe, just maybe, this time they might be owed something, there's a temptation to believe it instantly. And that's why today's story matters, because amid all the noise, someone needs to whisper the quiet truth. This isn't an open and shut case. This isn't a payout waiting in your inbox. This isn't money sitting in an envelope with your name on it. What it is a lesson in how quickly misinformation grows legs in the digital age. A lesson in how rumours become reality for people who desperately want a win, even a small one. And also a reminder that class actions, real ones, follow a slow and structured path. First there's the lawsuit, then there's the verdict, then there's the appeal, then there's the settlement negotiations, then and only then do you get the claims website, run by court-appointed administrators with no payment required, no app to install, no surprise charges and no pressure. And even when a payout arrives, it's rarely as dramatic as TikTok promises. In many cases, when millions of people share a settlement fund, individuals receive far less than expected, sometimes a few pounds, sometimes a few pence. That's not a scam, that's maths. If you think of 425 million and then you've got 425 million users, each one gets a pound. And plus, not even that, because they've got to pay legal fees out of it. So, but here's the part I want you to hear most clearly. Your privacy matters, your trust matters, and when those are breached, the legal system does provide pathways for accountability. But those pathways are slow, measured, and grounded in evidence, not hype. So before you forward that TikTok, before you enter your details on some flashy website, before you give anyone access to your phone or your account to help you claim your Google money, take a breath. Ask, is this coming from a court? Is this coming from the official settlement administrator? Is this case even covering my country? And if the answer is no, as it is with this particular Google lawsuit for UK users, then let the rumour float past. Don't chase it. Don't let your excitement become someone else's opportunity to collect your data, your money, or your trust. Because the truth is, real justice rarely fits into a 30-second TikTok clip. Or in the case of the one I saw, I think it was a 3-minute TikTok clip. It moves slower, more carefully, and with far more paperwork than social media ever admits. One day there may well be class actions that affect UK Google users. One day the rules of data protection may shift again. But until then, remember this. If a tech giant ever does owe you money, you won't hear it first from someone filming a video in a parked car. You'll hear it from the court. And that's why I had to look it up and check it out, because I was sent that video saying that I could get money from Google. And I immediately thought, oh, I've got about 4 Google accounts. So I'll probably be owed loads of money. You know, as you do. And yeah, but, you know, when you check it out, these things are just hype. And it's almost like people don't kind of focus on not the red tape, the small print. I'll use that for want of a better word. And they just go blindly in, spreading the news, and then before you know it, everybody thinks they're going to get a Google payout, because who doesn't have a Google account? So anyway, I hope you found this interesting and informative, and yeah, so you won't be waiting for a Google payout for the next few years at least. Okay then, you take care now and have a wonderful evening. I did say my last video was going to be my last one, but hey, This is life. And you have to take it by the hands.